Christian Horner has just been fired from Red Bull Racing, and the Formula One world is reeling. After nearly 2 decades at the helm, building one of the most dominant teams in modern motorsport, Horner's reign came crashing down on July 9, 2025. The timing? Just 3 days after the British Grand Prix. The setting? A somber team meeting at Red Bull's headquarters in Milton Keynes, where Horner, visibly emotional, delivered a tearful farewell speech to staff who were just as stunned as the public. This isn't just a sports story. This is a saga of power, prestige, personal scandal, and the unraveling of a man who once seemed untouchable. Christian Horner wasn't just Red Bull's team principal, he was its identity. Under his leadership since 2005, the team won 6 Constructors' Championships, 8 Drivers' titles, and 124 Grand Prix victories. He turned Red Bull from a fizzy drink brand into a Formula One dynasty. But now, the very empire he built has turned its back on him. The official statement from Red Bull was as cold as it was vague. They thanked him for his tireless commitment and instrumental role, but offered no clear explanation for the abrupt firing. Behind the scenes, however, the whispers are deafening. Tensions with Max Verstappen's camp had been escalating for months. Jos Verstappen, Max's father, has been openly hostile toward Horner. The departure of legendary car designer Adrian Newey in May had already raised eyebrows. And let's not forget the lingering shadow of that explosive investigation in 2024 into Horner's alleged inappropriate behavior. Though he was cleared, not once, but twice, the damage to his reputation clearly lingered. The dismissal wasn't just a clean cut. It was a bloodbath. Alongside Horner, 2 of his closest allies, Red Bull's Chief Marketing Officer Oliver Hughes and Head of Communications Paul Smith, were also removed. The message from Red Bull's Austrian parent company couldn't be clearer. They wanted a clean slate and they were taking no prisoners. And then there's Geri Halliwell. Yes, that Geri Halliwell, Ginger Spice, the 90s pop icon, Horner's wife since 2015. She stood by him through the 2024 scandal, publicly supporting him when private messages leaked and headlines exploded. But now, she's been noticeably silent. In recent weeks, she began publishing under her maiden name again, fueling speculation that things might not be so solid on the home front. Add to that the devastating news that Horner's ex-wife, Beverly Allen, passed away from cancer just days before his firing. It's a storm of personal grief colliding with professional collapse. Bernie Ecclestone, the controversial former F1 boss and Horner's longtime friend, didn't hold back. He called the sacking a crime, saying, "It's as if Horner had murdered someone." Harsh words, but they reflect the shock reverberating through the paddock. Horner was a fixture, a power player. To see him ousted so suddenly, so publicly, is nothing short of seismic. Martin Brundle, a respected voice in F1, called it sad, but not completely out of the blue. He's right. Red Bull's performance has dipped sharply this season. They've fallen to 4th place in the Constructors' Championship, trailing McLaren by nearly 300 points. Verstappen, usually a model of icy composure, has shown visible frustration on the track. And with rumors swirling about contract clauses that could allow Max to walk away if Horner left, let's just say the stakes couldn't be higher. Taking over is Laurent Mekies, who's been promoted from the Junior Racing Bulls team. Mekies now holds the titles of both CEO and team principal of Red Bull Racing. That's a massive promotion, and it signals a full-on regime change. Meanwhile, Alan Permane is stepping in to take over Mekies' former role. The clock is ticking. With 12 races left in the season, they have to stabilize the team, calm Verstappen, and somehow claw their way back into championship contention. Christian Horner, for his part, is playing it calm. In his official statement, he said, "I leave with a heavy heart but immense pride. It has been the privilege of a lifetime." Reports suggest he could walk away with a golden parachute worth up to £50 million, thanks to a long-term contract that ran through 2030. But the question now is, what's next? Could he show up at Ferrari? Mercedes? Or will he disappear into the media world as a motorsport pundit, a fallen king turned commentator? For now, Red Bull is scrambling to hold on to the very identity Horner helped craft. Will Verstappen stay loyal? Will sponsors waver? Will Geri speak out? This isn't just about F1 anymore. It's a full-blown celebrity drama with fast cars, power struggles, loyalty tests, and one very public downfall. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.